What up mga Askal sa Mercado? Welcome back to our video analysis, and today I'm gonna discuss about CHP or CMEX. This is a special request from one of our subscribers on our YouTube channel, Mr. Prakash Babani. So he's asking our views on CHP. Actually, I've discussed this in our Facebook group page, and I'd like to take this opportunity to share as well to you guys what we've discussed on our Ask Casa Mercado's group page. So with all that being said, let's go ahead and look at our chart. Alright, we're looking at CHP chart, CMEX Holdings Philippines, and we're gonna check our chart on where it could possibly go, or the possibilities for CMEX. But first and foremost, I wanted to share what I have shared before with my colleagues and members of our Facebook group when CHP opened last June. Their disclosure is that they are gathering money or investor to pay. Majority of it is going to be paid off to be paid off for the debts they have for the company. So if you're going to ask me fundamentally, if you're going to ask a person or a company asking you money to invest on their company in order for them to pay off debt instead of expanding the company, now that's a huge problem. You're not if you're investing on a company that's already losing money or on debt, then that's not a good investment at all. You're just basically lending them money to pay off their debts. But I'm not saying that CMEX in the long run would fail. It's just that it would be hard for them to recoup those the debts they have to the investor once they already paid off their debts internally for their company. So you get what I'm saying? Because Philippines right now is on the road to become or to have this golden age for infrastructure. So with that idea in mind, in the long run, CHP would recover from this free fall from initial public offering. So until then, would you rather, let's just say, we'll never know when that happens, but let's just say it would take 3 years for CMEX to bounce. Are you willing to put your money on CHP on that long years before you could even realize your gains, instead of you trading or investing stocks that could have earned you money in the past 3 years? It doesn't make sense for you to have your money be stuck up with a losing position. So that's my fundamentally my outlook for CMEX when it started to open in the market. Although we did trade CMEX in the first 3 days. We actually rode this move right here, and then we've took profit from this when we saw its lowering down prices. So we did profit from it, but that's it, because we're technical traders. We look at price actions and charting, so we're not long-term investors. So we just took up our profit and move on for CMEX. So now for the question, where would CMEX go? Let's look into it and see what possibilities CMEX could offer us. But before we go there, I wanted you guys to listen very carefully. Paminaw maayo. Paminaw maayo kay no one in this lifetime or anyone in history could predict the bottom price of any stock or commodities or any financial market. Again, no one can predict that. Okay, even Warren Buffett cannot predict the bottom price or the peak price. Unlike this guy, CHP just hit bottom. Check your cheat sheet. Unbelievable. February 10. That was February 10. Where was February 10? Okay, February 10. This was February 10. This was the bottom price. He told he told his subscribers, and they're even asking payment for that guy. You know, subscriber pay for recommendation. That's why I always tell you to scrutinize, learn how to read charts for you to validate any recommendations at all. Okay, so what happened from March 10 until now? It plummeted. Okay, so if you're a gullible newcomer and listen to Tamad tips, then that's the price you have to pay. Okay, now the purpose of our channel or group Ascal sa Mercado is to provide free information as we can help you guys as much as possible without asking you anything from return. Is one of way for us to be patriotic enough to help the economy. So we're all Filipinos, mga Pinoy man da. So we're trying to help out as much as possible and not mislead anyone at all. Okay, so let's go back to the chart. Enough of the ranting. I just got pissed off with that guy. Okay, so let's look at the volume. Okay, volume. The volume right here, we have a lot of people selling out. Volume's too high, so you could expect CMX to still fall next week. Looking at this, because this is how you think of the stock. People are selling, so those who already have, who still have position will panic. So they will be panic selling right about next week because people are dumping their shares for CMEX, especially Eagle Cement is going to open, or IPO for Eagle Cement is coming, and it's promising because Eagle Cement is trying to expand their factory. So that's one view I'm looking at for CMEX. So let's try to look at price action. So we've created a higher low. This is our first higher low for this particular move, and then no, not higher low. First lower low, and then another lower low, right here. So this is now what I mean about pauses or kanang mga setbacks or relaxation, or this is actually consolidation area for a major trend. Every trend has pause, so they would pause or they would consolidate before they could move down. So the way I see it, or the way I look at it, it's gonna move on a ladder type trend. So most likely we would probably see another pause here or consolidation before it would continue to go down. Okay, this is what I'm looking at. Let's confirm that with moving averages. Let's pull out our moving average 20, moving average 50, 200, and 100 and 200. There's no 200 yet. Exponential moving average 13. Okay. So if you look at that trend, I'm not sure if you guys heard about the lightning strategy. I forgot the context of that lightning strategy. It basically means is that when you see moving averages 20, 50, 100 constricting like this, there would be a big move right after. So on this particular movement for CHP, we're looking at a big move downward because it's on a bearish side. So when moving average 20 first crossed under moving average 50, which is the midterm price trend, it crossed under it, then that was one of the signs that CHP would have a free fall. So if you were holding this position, if you're holding your positions on this part for these months, and then you saw the crossover, or you saw the cross under. I'm not sure if you can see my mouse though. Let's just look at. Okay, if you saw the cross under for the moving average 20 and 50, then that's your final straw. For me that's a final straw to move out from that stock before it will free fall. So you take that loss, live another day, rather than sacrificing your portfolio, getting this huge amount of losses. So what to answer the inquiry or the question, what I think of CHP, this will still continue to move down because if you look at it, the trend just freshly started. And if we look at other indicators as well, just to confirm, conformity, we need other confirmation where it could go. Okay, let me remove those drawings. So this is Ichimoku cloud. Okay, as you can see, we are under Kumo, or the cloud, and it's not giving us any signs that this would reverse as of the moment. So our analysis would still be a bearish bias, so it's still gonna go down. It's still gonna go down the next couple of weeks, probably months. We'll never know. But with this in mind, we're trading below the Kumo. We don't have any crossovers, positive or bullish crossovers for CHP. So if you look at this, you automatically think that this would still gonna go down, unless if traders would like to trade or try to make a profit out of CHP, unless we see any crossovers, positive crossovers, then you could buy in and take some short profit. Because what I see as well, I've charted this a couple of days back. Let me pull out RSI and price exhaustion. Okay, this is what I noticed for CHP. Okay, we did have a bullish divergence. Okay, let me just point this out. Bullish divergence. Okay. All right. So for these lows, these are our lows are first low, initial low, and then lower low, and it created a bullish divergence. Okay, so that means that this is too oversold. Perhaps there might be buyers that might come in, and also price exhaustion also provides us with the same the same result, giving us bullish divergence for CHP. So it's now a matter of time whether this would reverse, but we will never know when it would be reversing. So as far as the stock goes, if it's not showing any crossovers or creating new high, like if it would close like this above the previous lower high, then unless that would happen, then that would be our sign to buy in CMEX. So in a longer view, or a future view, so far this is bearish. It could still continue to move down, and just watch it move if you're really gonna hold on to it. If ever you're planning to add on to your portfolio, like your averaging peso cost averaging strategy for investors, I would suggest, I'm not imposing, but I would suggest to add your portfolio or to add more shares when it's reversing, so that at least you're averaging down and then the market is already moving up your way, rather than you're averaging down and you're not even sure if it's gonna reverse in price. So do add when the stock is already reversing. At least it would meet you halfway once it already reach out your average price, when you're lowering that averaging down, and meet up with the price when it's climbing up. So that will be it for CHP. Hopefully you've learned something out from it. If you like this video, don't forget to click that like button and subscribe to our channel, and I hope to see you on our next video analysis.